This is the high-class race of the day, the Class 2. 1,600 metres is the trip, with 8 horses going to post. They're headed by Pressure Ship as well for Ricky Yu and Antoine Hamlin, a 3-time course and distance winner, but hasn't quite been in the form he was last year. Circuit 3, solid win from him, beating Maximus last time out, covering ground. Barrier 7 for him this time round. Lakeshore Eagle had a good season last year as well, winning 4 of his 8 starts. Yet to win, though, this campaign. Conquer, Arthur's Kingdom and Sea of Life all hold Derby interest. Sea of Life on a hat-trick, though. The Rock run up to Delight for Lau, who possibly heading towards the Derby himself. And Alpha Hedge, the 4-time winner at Happy Valley of the 1650, although did run well here at Sha Tin 2 starts back. So the 8 going round, with just the one of them, Circuit 3, having spent some time at Chungfa in the last 30 days. Tom, how does this map?
Well, there's not really an obvious leader, guaranteed lock-in leader here, so if they map into the usual positions, maybe Sea of Life is the one to take them along. But Alpha Hedge has led in the past. He did lead earlier in the season over 1650 at Happy Valley. Circuit 3 there with Lakeshore Eagle, Arthur's Kingdom, Conqueror, the Rock and Precious Ship, who did win this race actually last year off a mark of 93, carrying 121 pounds.
There is a Precious Ship. He's in the black saddlecloth number 50 there. Now, working with Super Dynamite, who is racing later in the card. He'll be on debut in Hong Kong. So keep it on the 2 of them here. But Precious Ship, look, he's getting down to a rating where he has one off before. Circuit 3 is quite keen in his work. He's a very fit horse. And his win last time beating Maximus was pretty good. He travels nicely in his track work here. And Joe Marrero and Tony Cruz will team up with him. And Sea of Life, he's very progressive. He's won 2 of his 4 starts now here in Hong Kong, including his last 2, and a nice quiet piece. This is how he normally works, so he's quite relaxed normally in his track work in the mornings. OK, well, we finished with Sea of Life as far as track work's concerned. We can pick up with Sea of Life here as well, as we caught up with Vincent Ho at track work to get his thoughts.
Vincent, Sea of Life, have you been impressed by the way he's won his last couple of starts?
Yeah, you know, he had been trialling well with me even before, and you know, first win was good. The step up next start was, you know, quite impressive too.
What about stepping up to the mile this time?
I think he can handle it, no problem, and with the good draw for sure it helps.
What about stepping up to Class 2? He's obviously won his last couple in a row, but is there further scope with him?
Yeah, it would be, you know, it would be challenging. Step up in class and distance at the same time. Won't be easy, but you know, I think he can handle it for sure.
You galloped him on Thursday. How was that gallop, Vincent?
Feels good, you know, on him, and he's mentally getting stronger as well. So I'm quite happy with how he's going.
He's a progressive 4-year-old. We've still got the Classic Cup and Doors of the Derby coming up. Could he get in that direction, do you think?
Yeah, we're definitely trying to get him in the Derby. Don't know if there's enough time for the Classic Cup, but for sure we're aiming for the Derby. Yeah.
Well, he's off a mark of 83 at the moment, so he'd need to win again to guarantee himself a place, but he got up somewhere near 90. You'd think he'd probably make the field. All right, that's Sea of Life, but our current favourite is Circuit 3, Tom, on the back of this win. With Alpha Hedge, this was the run at Sha Tin I was referring to, the Rock and Arthur's Kingdom also engaged.
A really good win from this horse last time out, son of Savabeel, so really relishes the 1,600 metres. This horse raced beyond midfield, or raced wide, and he was sort of round midfield in the end, and ran into it strongly at the 200 win, Paul. He's trialled well since, so look, I can see him being right in the fight again.
Yeah, me too. Like, he's had the 3 starts. He did a lot of things wrong last season, but he hasn't. All 3 runs have been pretty good this season. He's been consistent and culminated with that win. So look, he's going in the right direction. OK, what about the Rock then? Here's Alpha Hedge once more, back at Happy Valley, which you'd think would have suited him, but down the field here behind another potential Derby horse in Delightful Lau. Yeah, so he finished back here, and the Rock finished on quite nicely. I thought it was a nice run from him. He has won at Sha Tin before. He's got barrier number 5. I don't think this is an overly strong Class 2 race either, so look, I've included him.
And you could see him, he was widest on the home turn to make his run, but really closed off well, I thought, on that occasion. So well, I think he needs to be in the top 3 in the race as well. OK, but odds on then, Paul, Circuit 3, is he on top for you?
Yeah, he's on top. Circuit 3 is going nicely. At the moment, I think he can go on with it. Sea of Life is the improver. If they want a serious derby shot, then he'd be close. You'd think he'd want to be winning this race. Then the Rock, and Pressure Ship's getting down to a winning rating now. His last win was off 93. He's now down to 96. 2, 6, 7 and 1.
6, 2, 7 and 3, my numbers for this contest. Sea of Life goes on top. I think he's a real improving type of horse, and they've obviously got the Derby as an aim for him, so I think he'd need to be winning this. Sea of Life, number 6. Circuit 3, I think if you're looking to take a forecast, that might pay okay in the end. Those two. The Rock goes in. I put in Lakeshore Reed because his run I thought wasn't too bad last time out, and they take the blinkers off Karis Teat and Chris So. So 6, 2, 7 and 3.
Same numbers for me in that same order as well. Sea of Life to beat Circuit 3, I think, as Tom said. That's probably the obvious equilateral forecast there.